Hey guys, it's Miss Baker. I'm going to go over 213, how do you build a Bohr model? Okay, so we've talked about protons and neutrons live in the nucleus. We've talked about how to count protons and how to count neutrons. Now today we're going to talk about electrons. And electrons live in electron shells or orbitals that have specific placement requirements. Okay, so we have three electron shells or orbitals that we're going to deal with. Now there are more, but we're only going to be specific about the first 18. And the first 18 elements only have up to 3 shells. Okay, each of these shells hold electrons. The first shell can hold 2 electrons. The second shell can hold up to 8 electrons. And the third shell can hold up to 8 electrons. And the placement doesn't have to be specifically in the order that I've outlined here, but there has to be an order. It's just easier for me to show it to you this way, so it makes it easier to figure out what electron needs to go on one shell. Okay, so I want you to think of these as buses. Okay, this first shell is bus number 1. Bus number 1 has one double seat in it. In that double seat, electron number 1 sits here and electron number 2 sits here. The second shell is a second bus. This second bus has 4 seats in it. Each of those seats can carry 2 electrons, so there is a total of 8 electrons on this bus. This shell I want you to think of as the third bus. The third bus has, again, 4 seats in it, and each of those seats can carry 2 electrons for a total of 8 electrons here. Okay, does that make sense so far? I hope so. Okay, Niels Bohr created the Bohr model that consists of an atom with a nucleus containing protons and neutrons orbited by electrons placed on shells or orbitals. We've gone over this. All right, so there are 2 rules that you have to follow. Okay, Bohr model places electrons in shells based on the number of electrons that shell is capable of holding. So there's 2 rules that you have to think of. Rule 1 is the boys' rule. Now, I want you to think about when boys get on buses, the first thing they do is they look for an empty seat and they start from the back and work their way upwards. But they always sit in an empty seat first. Okay, so that's boys' rule. 1 electron in each set of seats in the shell before they will sit double. Boys will do this when they get on the bus. They want to find an empty seat. If they can sit in an empty seat, they will fill that seat before they will still start sitting together. Girls, on the other hand, automatically look for a friend to sit with, so that's different. Rule 2, the seats in the inside shell, or the first bus, must be full before the electrons are placed on the next shell outwards, or the next bus. Okay? All right, so here is hydrogen. This hydrogen has 1 proton. Okay. 1 proton. Oh, my color's out. Hold on. Pen. Because you know I like I got 1 proton and 0 neutrons. Okay. Because remember, its atomic mass is 1.008. And it's got 1 proton, so 1.008, that rounds to 1, minus 1 proton equals 0 neutrons. Okay? Now, hydrogen has, because it has 1 proton, its atomic number is 1, that means it has 1 electron. So we're going to take an electron from here. Oh, I got to get out of this part. I've got to take, because it's only got 1 electron, okay, we're going to take this 1 electron and we're going to put it right there. Okay, you see how that has a number 1 there? Now, I don't really care if you put the first one here or the first one here. It was just much, much easier for me to determine which one to put it in. There's nothing fancy about it. It just needs to be in that area. Okay, I'm going to erase this stuff so it's not in the way. Now, hydrogen only having one electron, its electron is going to go in number 1 spot. Okay? That's all you got to do with hydrogen. You don't have to do anything else. Okay? All right, so next thing we're going to do is go to helium. Helium has 2 protons, it has 2 neutrons, and it has 2 electrons. So we're going to fill it. All right, so remember the boys' rule is an electron is going to go to an empty seat first. Okay, so that's that one. This bus, remember, only has 2 seats, and it's got 2 electrons, and it has to fill the buses on the inside before they start going outwards. So helium has 2 electrons on the first shell, just like this. Okay? Now, let's look at lithium. Lithium has 3 protons, and I don't remember off my head how many neutrons it has. It probably has 3. But we are interested in the fact that it has 3 electrons. So this electron goes here, number 1 spot. This electron goes here, number 2 spot. So is this bus full? Yes, this bus is full. Now we're going to grab this electron, the 3rd electron, and we're going to put it right there. Okay? So this is exactly what lithium looks like. Electron number 1, electron number 2, electron number 3. Okay? Carbon goes like this. Carbon has 4 electrons. Oh, we're missing some, aren't we? Carbon has 6 electrons. Sorry, these are all mixed up. Okay, so carbon has 6 electrons. I'm missing some of these. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So it has 6 electrons. So you're just going to plug those electrons in where on their seats. Okay? Now you see the first rule is done, which is there has to be 1 electron in each seat before they double. And then you have to fill it from the inside out. This one is full, so then you go to the next one. And now you start following the boys' rule. 1 electron, 2 electrons, 3 electrons, 4 electrons. Okay, now we're skipping to neon. Neon has 10 electrons. Okay, so what we're going to do is grab this electron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay? All right. Now the first bus is full and the second bus is full. Okay. Fluorine only has 9 electrons. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Okay, so I think this is fairly easy for you. Your assignment is to go back to page 110, or sorry, 210. I would like you to put the correct amount of protons in the suitcase and neutrons in the suitcase. Then I would like you to place the electrons on each of the rings. Once you do that, I would like you to go to the share button. You're going to copy the link, and then you're going to go to the 213 or the W213 and submit that link to me. Once you have done that, copy all of the slides from the 210 and put it in your interactive notebook. Then I would like you to work further ahead in your interactive notebook on the notes. Lots of you have not done your notes. Lots of you still owe me work. Please make sure you get that stuff in. You are getting zeros on all of it if you haven't turned it in. If you don't remember how to submit, ask a friend. Okay? I am staying home today because I'm having some work done on the house. I'm finally getting heat in the house. So I need to be here. If you guys are having problems, ask the sub and she will call me and I will be happy to Zoom with you. Okay? I hope this is clear and you guys have a good day and use your time wisely. All right? Talk to you later. Bye.